What is this thumbnail? What is this? Monster Hunter Wild review. Unleash your inner furry. Monsters gone wild. Okay. Well, let's take a look at this.
It's time to make Payday angry. What? Oh, this? No, this isn't a fursuit.
What are you talking about? This is my high-level armor.
True.
Come on, quit being jealous. It's unbecoming. Monster Hunter Wilds is the latest furry indoctrination sandbox where you smack really big monsters for 100 hours and somehow don't get bored of it. It's David and Goliath if David drugged Goliath and brought him back to his special dungeon. It's my favorite franchise where you can turn an endangered animal into a fur coat. And it's the fork in the road that either leads to becoming a furry or Cabela's. But for me, it's just another fine addition to my collection of games where I
kill things because they're different from me.
In fact,
dude, I hate how you are ruining Monster Hunter for me. I've never thought about that. That every time we're just like kind of sub-furry, wearing sub-furry outfits in Monster Hunter. I never thought about. To be honest, a lot of the Monster Hunter outfits, some of them are really badass. Like, some of them looks really cool. You have like some sick Japanese armor, futuristic armor and stuff like that, some big metal armor. But now you kind of ruined the other half of me. I'm gonna be real.
This game is so much fun, I didn't have to use mods. I mean, but you know, besides a couple of quality of life things, but they're just some small front-end tweaks.
These are cute.
I promise you, you're not even gonna know.
What is happening? This is not in Monster Hunter. What did this? I did not see this. I have played the game now for quite a few hours, okay? More than at least 20 hours, at least 30 hours probably. I have not seen this. Where did you get this? I must have it.
Notice them. I mean, when our blacksmith looks like this,
I don't even need to use mods.
She's the best
what I
looking
do
cat.
need is for this entire
Did he change? Look at her boobs.
It looks like this.
I don't even need to use.
You don't realize what happened? He added a mod to remove the red.
When our blacksmith looks like this,
covering her. I'll be real. That is okay, not that one, but that's really hot. They should have just gone for a goatee. I love that.
I don't even need to use mods.
What I do need is for this entire story to fuck off right now. I'll tell you what's
the story. So I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and I kind of took a little bit break of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 when I started Monster Hunter. And I'll be real, going through the story in Monster Hunter might have actually, it bored me the hell out, because I went from this beautiful masterpiece that is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and then I went to Monster Hunter storytelling, and oh boy, that shit is probably worse than what an AI could cook up. It was just dog shit, man.
really wild. The tutorial is 8 hours long, and they call it the main story. They put in so many cutscenes and walk along.
By the way, I stopped playing Monster Hunter because the story tired me so much. I went back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Then I finished it, and then I came back and finished Monster Hunter.
That I kept forgetting what the dodge button was
Story
between
too bad.
fights. I go from ODing
the
on
fights are cool,
dopamine
though.
in the fights to going cold turkey in the cutscenes. These cutscenes are like dopamine detoxes. Get that annoying little shit out of my face. I get that the story is supposed
What's with games adding annoying children? Like, you know, one of the first mods that were added to Skyrim in 2011? They let you kill the kid. Stop adding annoying children to video games. They're annoying.
to build up all these fights and give you more of a reason to want to hunt the monsters. But you misunderstand me, Capcom. I already have a reason. I want to turn that gangly bitch into a main coat. I don't need to know who they are, where they come from, or why they're here. I need to know if killing them will help me make my great sword even greater. The only motivation this is giving me is to skip the cutscenes until I see a big old monster show up. Like those monsters right there. God damn, Gemma.
Did I get some?
Oh, look at those big guys.
Bro. Dude, you're killing me. What the fuck?
What is that? Tongue tungsten steel? Luckily, once the main story is done, they just let you smack the fucking monsters. But before we get into fucking monsters, let's talk about stalking monsters.
Why did it put the weak point up his ass? Like, who did this? Who did this monster dirty?
Let's talk about stalking monsters. Wilds is way more actiony and streamlined than the previous entries. In previous games, just to find these bastards, you would have to interview the chicken's family, past lovers, you'd have to find piles of shit and take a little nibble and go, he's within 100 meters of here, I know it. Tonight's the night, and it's gonna keep happening again and again and again. Oh shit, there he is. Only to have to repeat this all over again 10 minutes later because the bastard rolled away mid-fight. I thought I was getting an animal cruelty simulator, and instead I got a shitty serial killer getting his daily cardio simulator. Paid a
That was only in the world. In Rise, that wasn't a thing, which is the previous title. But yeah, I think they made the game a lot easier and definitely streamlined it a lot more. I like the streamlining because it first of all, I hated all that shit. Like he just mentioned, I hated all that shit. Was boring. I thought that was boring. I was always bored out of my mind. But I like the pacing kind of a Monster Hunter Wilds, but the game is just too easy. They made the game more like inviting for newer players. And they definitely did a great job with the streamlining, but they made the monsters way too fucking easy. Everything is way too easy in this game. I feel like they didn't even add enough monsters into at all as well. And then
shouldn't be mad about this game. I think this is more the fat activist jurisdiction. Whereas in Wilds, you load in, hop on the bird, turn on autopilot,
bring the dogs back,
come back, and there's the frog staring you down deviously.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Now when he runs, I'm tracking that bitch on Find My Fursuit. We're one game
Caught
away
his
from not even
balls.
showing up to the battlefield anymore and just drone striking these bastards. I get it now, new Assassin's Creed fans. Letting the game play itself is way better than me playing it. I can only imagine how good it feels to avoid playing your dog shit game. But for now, we still got a mince.
Wait. That game comes out in a few days, and I'm waiting for that. I bet you better make a video.
Our meeting. With that being said, the combat's fantastic, no matter what weapon you use. The flow is stupendous. The new aiming feature gives me a snowball's chance in hell at reaching these tall monsters' taints.
I don't know what it's about it, but it's something about it is really good.
As impactful hits as Monster Hunter does. When you're smacking them, the scales come off, tails come off. You're shaving them like one of those meat tornadoes at the kebab places. Except instead of questionable meat-like compounds, you're shaving off a little Gucci, a little Cucinelli, a little Prada, a little Tom Ford. I'm shaving off this drip by the fistful. And I know I said any weapon is fun, but you should know by now not to listen to me. There's only one weapon that will allow you through the pearly gates, and that's the great sword. Some people will say there's no need to go all in because you can just bring a second weapon, and they're right. You do get a second weapon. Another great sword. Shut up and go get Gemma to make you a...
You know what? I'll be real with you.
They're right. You do get a second
I'll
weapon.
be real with you.
Great...
I actually am doing the same fucking thing. And I think everybody's doing the same thing. I have one longsword, and then I have another longsword, depending on what's going on. I have one that is paralysis and dragon damage. And I'm thinking about changing that dragon damage one to being sleep instead, so that I can just rotate between those and like abuse those debuffs.
Sword. Shut up and go get Gemma to make you a...
Do the Asmon pauses? Oh, you mean like this? Man, I think I'm playing the game wrong.
A Cosby sword to go with your...
I'm playing as a dude. Oh god.
Regular sword. Gunlance users are out here struggling on monsters as simple as the flaming cocks. Can you imagine that? Great sword havers can't. The great sword's all about smacking the shit out of a monster as hard as you can, as slowly as you can, while taking the absolute most damage you can. Make no mistake about it, choosing the great sword is choosing to take a hurting. I'm out here popping mega potions like...
If her breasts getting larger every time we see the hammering animation, imagine every time you hit the monster, you start with a flat line. No, you start with a D cup. And then every time you successfully hit the monster, your boobs just increase by one, like, just by a little bit. I think we got to add that as a weapon effect. Add that also to the dudes, but you know, with the other thing.
Like Percocets, can't feel a fuck
bigger,
to give.
You know.
I am him. That's very different from the Gunlance users.
You start with an A cup, increase the cup size. You know what's funny about that is that I actually had that idea a long time ago. about something else about my VTuber model. I remember that somebody wanted me for the my first subathon to have like a toggle. Now this will sound really weird. I apologize, and that's why we never did this. But they wanted me to have every time somebody donates a sub, my chest and my bulge increases by its size, so it would just constantly increase.
Strategy of the best offense is getting killed immediately and letting your friend
should
beat
add that
the
to video
balls
games.
for you. Humble opinion here.
I know. It sounds so dumb.
But Gunlance users should be put up against a wall and showered with shampoo and
Well, you can increase your ball, but it's not on the camera. You're right. It is not.
body wash. Get that sweaty shit out of here.
I feel like the balls would be TUS, but no. If we can have people sitting there in bathtubs just shaking it, I think the ball should be fine.
You know that 9 out of 10 Gunlance users are furries? That stat just came.
I know a Gunlance user. He's a friend of mine. He's kind of bald. And that guy, he's only using Gunlancers. And I can trust me, he has been in a firsted before. So I do believe that most Gunlancers are furries.
Furries? That stat just came out. Go look it up. The Great Sword has hit, block, and parry. What more do you need?
You are a man. Those rules are for women. Are you telling me Twitch is sexist? Fuck.
With great power comes great responsibility. Parrying ain't easy. You have to start your parry 7 years beforehand and then hope it lines up with him being 3 feet away from you in the middle of an attack. Timing is essential. When their back is turned on you, not yet. When they just started their attack, not yet. When your wife starts banging the neighbor, not yet. It's all about that perfect moment. When now
it's over. It's over.
Whoa!
Sunk it!
Listen, if you can't get the parry down,
Hey!
just go find a Great Sword user who did get it down that'll carry you until Capcom servers take a shit. Now, with all that being said, weapons are only half the battle. The other half is fucking up explosive barrel tosses or using the environment against the monsters. And the environment can be any number of things. You can pull a
throw the
cliff
whole
down
map
on
on
a
top
frog,
of it.
you can lure him into a vine trap. Hell, sometimes a hawk will come down to double team that cock. Except you shouldn't double team him. I'll tell you what you should do. You should remove yourself from the situation and take a little inspiration from Mike Vick's playbook. That's right, start taking bets. Who's gonna win, the hawk or the cock? This is a God-given side hustle laid upon your feet. Are you an entrepreneur or not? If you see 2 dogs fucking and don't start charging matinees and running Facebook ads for it, then I guess you just don't want a Lamborghini. Do you? Bill. Profit, profit, profit. Then go use that money to craft more weapons. I just crafted a heavy bowgun. I don't like heavy bowguns. I would never even fucking touch a heavy bowgun. I just want...
I don't understand people that use like range weapon. I don't get it at all. Like, it doesn't seem fun at all in any sort of way. Like, I don't know. Like, the point of the game is to smack the monster on his cheeks, right? So why would you use like a bow? Why would you use a gun? Now, I mean, guns are awesome, but I'm not playing Halo 3. I'm playing Monster Hunter. I want to go smack the monster.
to see the blacksmith again. That's business. As far as what armor you should use, just
Okay, you are going crazy with these armor sets. What the fuck is this? Bro. Bro. Is it that bad? Is it that wild in the Monster Hunter modding section?
armor you should use, just craft whichever fursuit matches your fursona.
That's
Listen,
right.
pimps, I gotta admit something to you. This whole time I was in fact using mods. And not just the quality of life mods I told you about. I admit I used mods to make the heavies heavier. I know. You probably didn't even notice, but I had to confess. I had to confess.
She's so
before
naturally
I showed you this
beautiful.
last
I
mod.
didn't
I've
even pay
gone too far,
attention.
damn it. Too far!
One says, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Oh my god. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. What an absolute cinema of a video. Absolute cinema. Holy shit. Oh my. Well, I'm not subscribed. Absolute cinema. My lord. That's the game. Yep. That's Monster Hunter. It seems that we gotta head into the mod section because Damn, I've seen Diva's ass meme. Well, that ain't no Diva anymore. Shoot your ass away, Mr. Overwatch. Now Monster Hunt is taking over. Absolutely, I love that. It was good on Indeed. It was good. It was the word that it was really good. I love that. That was so good. I like you. I like Monster Hunt. It's fun. It's a fun time. It's more of a game for me that I only play with homies. I think the story was pretty ass and the game is pretty easy. There's a lot of things you can abuse in that game, but otherwise, it's a good time. I think it's a good time. I can't wait. I can't wait for them to update and add more stuff. But you tell me down below what you think. Like the video if you enjoy it. Sub to the channel and watch more videos like this. When you're out with me live, you're free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/Adderley. I appreciate y'all watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Bye-bye.